What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video. So guys, I quickly want to bring to your attention, some of you guys may already know this, but just in case you don't, you can now play a lock with Cyber Dragons as well as the K9 engines. However, I do believe you can still play this lock pure Cyber Dragons, pure given that you don't lock yourself into machines, but I want to show you guys this lock and then we can discuss the deck list at the end of the video. So I was just testing against Vanquish Soul K9. This was just testing. It's not a ranked replay. It is just testing. So if mistakes were made, just don't make it a big deal, guys. We were just testing. But we want the rock, paper, scissors, and we decided to go first. In our opening hand, we have Call by the Grave, Cyberlord Fusion, Cyber Dragon Core, and Clockwork Knight. Opponent has Vanquish Soul, Holly Sue, Vanquish Soul, Heavy Borger, Drokol, DD Crow, and Full Wallows. So we are going to enter the standby phase, enter the main phase, normal summon core effect. We will add Cyberdark Realm to our hand. No draw on resolution, but our opponent will activate Full Wallows, and we're obviously going to chain Call by to negate. Then we're going to activate Cyberdark Realm, and we're going to add our boy Cyberdark Chimera. Then we're going to use the effect of Realm, normal summon our Chimera. Link summon into Clockwork Knight using Core. Clockwork Knight effect to search the continuous spell. Then our opponent wants to activate Holly Sue effect, revealing Heavy Borger. We let that go through. Then our opponent's going to activate Heavy Borger just to bounce back the Holly Sue to special summon itself. Opponent will activate Heavy Borger, revealing the Drokol for Dark. And our opponent's going to draw a card. They just draw into the field spell, Vanquish Soul start. We're going to activate Cyberdark Chimera, discard the Clockwork Knight to search for Power Bond. And now we can activate Clockwork Knight. This is important because this allows you to set up your regulars early. Special summon the core, tribute the Chimera effect, will send the Cyberdark Worm to the graveyard. Then on resolution, our opponent's going to DD Crow our Cyberdark Worm. And now guys, that actually hurts a lot. It hurts Cyber Dragons a lot. But thankfully for us, we already had Cyberlord Fusion in our hand. So this DD Crow was, I'll show you guys, it was like as if nothing happened. So using the core and Clockwork Knight, you're going to link summon into Artifact Dagda, and all it needs is 2 monsters with different names. Alright guys, this is where the lock starts. So we're going to activate Clockwork Knight, banish itself, discard the Cyber Dragon because, it's not really a card needed in your hand, so it's perfect discard. Search for Therion King Regulus, set up Therion King Regulus, equipping the Clockwork Knight. Then we're going to activate Power Bond, banishing Core and Cyber Dragon. Fusion summon into Chimera Take Rampage Dragon. We're going to activate Cyberlord Fusion. And then we're going to chain, because this card says when an effect of another card on the field is activated, you can set one artifact monster from your hand or deck to your spell and trap zone as a spell. So that's going to set the artifact Molnir. And then guys, basically the most important part is this effect right here. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, target one artifact monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense. That is not important, but because of the phrasing, also you cannot special summon monsters until the next turn. Because of this wording right here, this is where the lock is. We're going to lock our opponent to only summon artifact monsters until the end of their turn. Cool. So we set that, and now we're going to fusion summon into our second copy of Chimera Take Rampage Dragon. Now, Chimera Take Rampage Dragon's on summon effect is going to destroy our artifact Molnir. I assume that's how you say it. Then we're going to use Rampage Dragon's effect, send Hertz and Cyber Dragon, because Hertz ultimately is going to add Cyber Dragon to our hand. Then we're going to Exceed summon into K9 Ripper, use its effect. We're going to search for Drokol. We have 2 level 5s in our hand, so activate Drokol, reveal itself and Cyber Dragon, special summon both. Activate Drokol, search for Lantern. Then we're going to Exceed summon into Imperial Princess Quinquerry. And this is how we're going to give our opponent the artifact Molnir. We're going to use its effect. Please note guys, you can only use its effect if you already have a level 5 monster in your graveyard. If there was no level 5 monsters, for example, well, these 3 guys are level 5, but let's say none of these guys were here, so we just had the Hertz and Cyberdark Chimera. You can't use its effect. It's the same thing as Cyber Dragon Nova. Just remember that, guys. But anyway, moving on. Queen Query is going to target the artifact Molnia, but it special summons to either field. So we're going to give it to our opponent. Then on the new chain, its effect does trigger, so remember that. Now officially, our opponent is locked into only special summoning artifact monsters. There you go, guys. That's the lock. But let's show what you can do later on. So we're going to use Queen Query and Dagda to link summon into SP. Then we're going to activate Lantern's effect, target a YuGiOh to summon both. Lantern effect will add a spell card. We're going to add Case of Canine. Then we're going to Xyz summon into Valon the Sky Blaster. Then we activate Case of Canine just to get Azuna to our hand as some form of a hand trap. And then also, sorry, because we were testing, I skipped ahead. I was meant to banish Borga with SP effect, but that's not important. Then here I decide to end my turn. I don't activate Clockwork Knight because knowing that my opponent is playing Vanquish Soul, Clockwork Knight doesn't really work against them, so I don't bother activating it. Then opponent, I'm not a Vanquish Soul player, but I assume they couldn't do anything, so they just scoop. And now we go into game number 2. So our opponent is going first. In our opening hand, we have Infinite Impermanence, Cyberdark Realm, Lightning Storm, Cyber Dragon, Ash Blossom. Opponent has Jiaolong, Stake Your Soul, Ash Blossom, DD Crow, and Holly Sue. Cool. So our opponent's going to enter the main phase. They're going to activate Stake Your Soul, reveal Holly Sue. And, sorry, not Holly Sue. They were meant to activate Jiaolong because they wanted to try get Raisin onto the field. So because of that, I was like, okay, cool. They don't have Raisin. That's a good assumption to make. So I Ash it. Very good Ash target. Opponent's going to activate Holly Sue, reveal the Jiaolong. And then they're going to summon Holly Sue. Holly Sue effect, reveal Fire and Dark. This is to special summon from the deck. We're going to imperm that because we already know they don't have access to Raisin. Opponent's going to activate Jiaolong, special summon itself. And then here there was just some thinking of what to do. But Jiaolong and Holly Sue are actually 2 level 5. So boom, there you go. Just Xyz summon into Ripper. Then use Ripper's effect. Search for Izuna. We did activate a monster effect, so opponent can activate Izuna. Izuna effect on summon will send Lupus to the graveyard. Lupus effect to special summon itself. Xyz summon into the Nash Knight. Nash Knight effect. Detach, equip the number 104 Masquerade to itself. Then they get to Xyz summon into Nash Knight, use its effect again, detach, and then bring out the number C104 Umbral Horror Masquerade. Then our opponent proceeds to the end phase. Now, lucky for us, we have Cyberdark Realm, Cyber Dragon, and YuGiOh to start our K9 plays, YuGiOh and Cyber Dragon. But we have Lightning Storm, and our opponent's monsters are in attack position, and I'm pretty sure they don't have any card effect destruction protection. So in the main phase, just activate Lightning Storm, boom, clear the board. Now, before we activate Cyberdark Realm, we're going to try and bait out some hand traps using our K9 card. So we activate YuGiOh, but then our opponent just scoops. There you go, guys. Opponent just scoops. This was just testing, and I wanted to show you guys the lock. Now, let's just go over the deck list. Okay, guys, so this is the deck list. As you can see, we're playing 48 cards. Not sure if this is final, but this seemed to have worked. As you guys can see, we played the Artifact Molnia and we do play the Artifact Dagda. This used to be an IP in the previous videos, but I decided to take out the IP. Instead, we're just going to put Artifact Dagda. So this is how you can get the lock. It just requires 2 monsters with different names. It's a link 2, and thankfully we play Imperial Princess Queen Query, which makes this possible because it can just target a level 5, being the Artifact Molnia, and just put it on our opponent's field, and we get to have Chimeratech Rampage Dragon to pop it after Artifact Dagda sets it, put it in our grave, and Queen Query from there, give it to our opponent. So that's the lock, guys. And as you guys saw, after you lock your opponent, you can then just end up with Ripper, you can end with Valon the Sky Blaster, SP, and Therion King regular. So you can still end on somewhat of a decent board. But otherwise, guys, I just wanted to show you that. If you guys didn't know, now you know. Maybe, hey, listen, as toxic as it can be, but like as long as it's legal, you guys can play it. And this gives you a competitive edge to just lock your opponent and possibly win the game. But otherwise, guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Next video, I do want to show you guys previous testing I have done. As I said at the beginning, this was just to quickly show you guys because I thought it was pretty cool. So here you go, guys. Otherwise, till the next video, Naughty Nev signing out. Peace.